Now you look at somebody like Fauci, it looks like nothing's going to happen to him at all. These guys, nothing. There's no accountability whatsoever. Even small things. The mayor of San Francisco puts the entire city on lockdown, and she puts a mask mandate out, and then she's out there dancing and drinking and partying with no mask whatsoever. I mean, how do you handle something like that where you were held accountable, but these people that hold the rest of us accountable face no accountability themselves?
Well, let me answer that a little bit. I've never seen the Mafia be a predator against society. We stole, we made money, we killed one another because of rules in our organization. We didn't go out killing innocent men, women, children.
You mean like people that are outside the Mafia?
Outside of the Mafia. And we didn't do certain things. We took a piece of things that in industries, but we took a piece. These people don't give a fuck about nobody. Mm. They take the whole pie, one. Two, they don't care about men, women, or children and innocent people. There's a complete difference. They're nothing like the Mafia.
Talking about the government.
The people who are, yes, the government and politicians. Mm-hmm. You think they care?
I don't think they do,
even some of the media people who are out there today. Do they care? You go to college, you go to universities, all your life you're going to be out there, you're going to hold the powerful, hold their feet to the fire. Are they doing that?
No.
So what happened? What is happening? And how do you stop it? That's the whole thing. So this technology, with Patrick, we went into a whole frenzy about what's going on, but this technology, I think it's good, and it has a bad side. I don't know if it's all that good. They're teaching race theory in prison, in schools. I mean, I don't get that either.
Critical race theory.
Which is just watered down Marxism.
And
that's communism.
Well, it's racism because if you're white and your grandfather owned something or did something, then you're no good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't get it. I don't even know my great-grandfather. I don't know what he did or what he didn't do. Mm-hmm. I don't give two fucks what he did. It has nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. I know what my mother did. I know what my father did. They were far from being racist. Look what they did with Jews. They loved them.
Or rich.
They were their neighbors. Huh?
Or rich. Grew up middle class Brooklyn, just like everybody else. It's like you weren't down in the South running a plantation. What do you held accountable for?
And I don't think even those people. I don't knock those people. That was the time, and that's what they did. And racism didn't start with bringing blacks into white people didn't bring blacks into this country and use them as slaves. Like, it's the histories. Where did they come from? It started in Africa. The strong African tribes grabbed strong men and women and sold them in Africa. Shippers who went there said, wow, we could make a lot of money. Guy looks like a strong guy. We could sell him. He could be a worker somewhere. That's how it started. It started with black people doing it against black people. And then it went all around the world with shippers and whatever. Mm-hmm. This isn't a thing that some kid is born today, whether they're Latin, whether they're white, whatever they are. They're not guilty of anything.
And you can still feel bad for who it happened to without saying, any of it's my fault. Yeah.
Of course you could. And when you're wiping out history, that's why they want to wipe out history, because this is what it really was. So, of course you can feel bad. Mm-hmm. I would hate that. I would hate to see that. I have a ton of black friends. I just was on Gangster Chronicles. I was treated like a king with them. The same type of environment, all black guys. Joking, laughing. We had a great time. Of course I feel bad what they did then. But that's why you want history. You want to change it. Vietnam, we went there. They were telling me when I was a kid, training, they're going to come here. They're going to rape your mom, your sisters. They're going to kill us. They're going to do this.
They were saying that the Viet Cong was going to come here and do that. That was propaganda that you were being served?
That's what I was training under.
Oh, wow.
But that's bullshit. I don't know of one Vietnamese guy or woman who's bad. The only Vietnamese women I know, they do your nails, they do your toenails, your fingernails. They're polite. They're good people. When we left that country never did anything. It got better. Mm-hmm. So it was all bullshit. So what we're doing now, we're fucking with countries all over the place. For what? with Iran, Korea, this one, that one, all these countries, Afghanistan.
Syria's
I mean,
next.
where the fuck are we? Where are we going with this technology and everything we're doing? This technology, we just killed innocent people. The guy had water drums because he's a humanitarian for people who didn't have water. And 7 kids, 10 people, legitimate people we killed. So now, and we'll just put that on the back burner. That don't mean nothing. How do you think those people are going to feel? They're going to love us? They're families. They got lost families. They're going to hate us. And we're doing these things. Now, I go with the Me Too movement. You pat a girl on the ass, oof, you're in trouble. Me Too will go crazy on you. Where the fuck is the Me Too movement about these girls and women that are about to be slaughtered in Afghanistan? What does the Me Too movement stop at the border? What about all those people? What about these people in the border here? I don't know what's going on in this country. I'll tell you the truth. I look at this border. We opened up the border. It's 1.5 million plus people got in already. I got to wear a mask, take shots, do this, do that. They don't have to wear a mask. They don't have to take shots. They don't have to be tested. They can put it on buses. They're shipped all over the country. I feel sorry for them when I see them coming through the water, old ladies or kids and this and that. But I feel sorry for the whole country, for us. When do we care about us?
Well, Sammy, let's use your knowledge of history maybe to our advantage for us that weren't around when you were a kid.
Now be careful. I ain't that fucking
You said you were...
Yeah, but history, you want to have
I'm not going to ask you about Julius Caesar here. I don't want to know about Marcus Aurelius here. I want to...
All right, go ahead.
When you were a kid in the 60s, is that fair to say?
All right.
I mean, things couldn't have been any worse. JFK assassination, MLK assassination, Bobby Kennedy, Sirhan just got out of jail after 50 freaking years. You were a kid growing up, race relations,
race riots,
civil rights movement, everything was going on. Is it fair to say that we're doing better now than then?
Hey,
I mean, as crazy as things are now.
Let me give you a little example of that.
Yes.
We had a thing with the Italian people, the Italian American Civil Rights League. We had big rallies, 100,000 people. Not one window was broken. Not one person in the streets was beaten up. Not one cop was assaulted. 100,000. There was Irish, Jewish, Italian people. There was every nationality.
But Joe Colombo did get shot.
But that's by a guy who, a radical nut shot him. Mm. But I'm saying the people, 100,000 of them, there was nothing. Mm. So we have somebody gets shot, a black guy, they put his knee on his neck, which is horrible. As soon as I saw that, I said, that's a disgrace. This guy's the cop. His life is over for what he did and what I watched.
Yeah.
The other 3 cops are schmucks.
Just watching him.
Just watching him. You're a cop. Take out your gun to your fellow cop and tell him, get your fucking knee off his neck or I'll fucking shoot you. Get it off. That's what you should have did. You didn't. So you're just as much to blame. Not as much, but you should be fired and thrown out. You're not a cop. You're not a good cop anyway.
But to Gerard's point, it seems like back then, public figures were being assassinated. Like you said, the Colombo, JFK, MLK. Now it's just everyday citizens getting shot, and it's everyday citizens getting knee on their neck.
It's actually
why is that so different? Public figures aren't getting assassinated now.
Germany just actually, it doesn't have to do with America, but it's to your point. Germany actually just disbanded their highest level of government police, what we would consider like state police, because they said that they had an unfriendly opinion of the elites. That was the actual excuse that they gave to disband it. They had an unfriendly opinion of the elites, so the elites just got rid of them. So, yeah, it's upside down. It used to be the civilians holding the elites accountable. Now it's the elites holding the civilians at bay. It's a very strange time to be alive.
Things certainly have shifted.
Yeah, it's almost back to being feudal.
Listen, all those people you said, Kennedy got shot.
Yeah.
I saw the whole country crying
when
he got shot. I don't see no revolution. I didn't see wars. I didn't see riots. I didn't see anything.
Republicans are crying.
The
Democrats,
same thing with
everybody.
Martin Luther King. I seen people, white people, all kinds of people crying. This was a shame. He was a good man. I didn't see riots. I didn't see nothing. All of a sudden, now everything is a riot.
Well, let's not forget these people are paid to riot.
Yeah, well,
They're paid.
so then
Some people
Who's
are, not
who's
everybody.
paying them? How come we never figured that out?
No, we know who they are. There's that guy from another country. I can't
George Soros? Or-
George Soros. We know who this guy is. See, that's the difference with a mafia dude. Now, if the mafia had something to do with this, that guy would be dead.
Soros?
Yeah, without a doubt. The mafia would whack him in fucking 2 seconds. You ain't doing this to us in our country. We had neighborhoods we lived in. We protected people. Those Jews living on the side of us, you couldn't fuck with them. With me sitting in the middle, or my father, or the whole neighborhood. It didn't happen. We had black people in living in our neighborhood, small little church, good people. You couldn't fuck with them. We wouldn't allow it. You couldn't come into a neighborhood and rape our women,
Yeah.
or kill a kid, or be a pedophile. We would kill you.
You took care of your neighborhoods.
We took we did business. We took care of our neighborhood. They were our people. We loved them all,
Yeah. That was the whole thing with my father
except for
growing up. Don't shit
people
where you eat.
who are rapists or child molester or something like that. We didn't love them.
Yeah.
And these things, Soros, if he paid to come and create a riot in our neighborhood, bro, he better stay out of the country. So I don't even know how a guy gets away with it, or Fauci, or these people doing these things. How are they getting away with it? You couldn't get away with it years ago, or in certain mafia areas. But yet, these so-called legitimate people are better than the mafia. And this is happening. I don't get it.
Did you see what happened in Ducktown, Philadelphia? It's impossible to find the video, but to your point, they were rioting in Philadelphia, and then they got down to Ducktown, and there was a whole bunch of people out there with bats, and then out there in their guinea tees, their wife beaters, and it was white guys, black guys, and they were all going. Black Lives Matter was going nuts, and they just stood there and they were like, "You guys aren't coming down this block." They were like, "What do you mean we're not coming down this block?" And they're like, "You're not coming down this block. This is not, the riot goes that way. It doesn't come this way." And they stopped them. And there was like 3 black dudes that were standing with them, and they were like, "You guys are going to, basically, it was very, very vulgar, but they were like, "You guys are going to take his side?" They were like, "Yeah, absolutely. You cross this line, you're in our territory, we're going to bust you up." And that was it. Now, that was on the news for about 30 seconds, and it was never played again because that was the blueprint for the rest of the country of how they should handle this. How they should handle this, they realized that they put it out there on the news because it was salacious and they were going to get a lot of views, and then they took it off the news, and it's almost impossible to find online because that is the blueprint for how you do it.
Just fighting back, not taking it.
Hey, here's the deal.
Right, exactly.
There's the line in the sand.
Right.
Cross
Chaz
it.
Palminteri brought up the same
What happens
situation.
next is your decision.
Right.
Listen, I came out of prison. I went and I lived in a regular neighborhood in Arizona. They probably said, "Oh shit, here goes the neighborhood." Everybody blows their horn, waves to me, sees me. Neighbor comes in. "I saw you, Sammy. You won. I made stew. Would you like some?" I mean, I get along with everybody. They know that I might be dangerous. I might whatever, but I'm not now. But they all accepted me like it was perfect.
Neighborly.
Yeah, they knew. Actually, they came to me once or twice. They rented a house. Some guys rented the house, and they were loud with music and this and that. So I said, "What do you want me to do?" "Well, could you talk to them?" I says, "I'll think about it." And I did go and talk with them. And I said, "Bro, the people, I talk with them. They're going to call the cops. So you got a choice. Calm it down. And why are you talking to me? I'm trying to do you a favor. Be quiet. At certain hours, these people got to sleep. They got to live. They got kids. Calm it down." Guys, "Why don't you mind your business?"
These kids are telling you this? The
One kid.
College kids? What are these
One
guys?
kid. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's college. They look like fucking idiots to me, but one kid. "Why don't I mind my business?" I said, "Listen, bro, I'm going to tell you. I'm talking to you nice. I'm telling you could get in trouble with the cops. I'm going to tell you something else, bro. I don't even like the way you talk. Maybe fuck the cops. Maybe I'll take this as a problem. My problem and your problem. We could do that. Another guy tells him, oh, hey, bro, I think that's Sammy the Bull. He got all fuzzed up with that shit, backed up, and he stopped. They stopped. The neighbors love me. They think I'm fucking God to them. But I didn't do it in an intimidating way. I did it like to tell them, I don't know what to tell them. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to threaten them until he started giving me stupid answers.
Well, how do you handle the internet comments then, man? You're such a guy with respect. You're so old school with respect. I mean, the comment section must be...
I don't even bother. I have, we go off, have these tech guys around us. I got a 99-point-something rate of positive things. So you're going to get these little creeps sitting in the basement and texting, this guy's a creep and this guy's no good. I'm sure Patrick has some asshole. He's a good man. He probably don't have it. But everybody has somebody who wants to be a little creep in the basement. They get off on it. I don't even bother with them.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.